Well, guys, make it a great Valentine's Day or not. That choice is yours.
That choice
It is
yours.
up to you. It's not the universe. It's your choice. You're listening to The Pelvic Freak Show
with your hosts, Amanda Neary and Hannah Meyer. Hey, Pelvic Freaks. Welcome back to another episode of The Pelvic Freak Show.
Where you're freaks for us and we're freaks for your pelvis, baby.
We are officially back from winter break, and this is our first time recording an episode in 2 months.
Did you guys miss us?
Did you miss us?
They did.
Good news, we weren't actually gone. We did release weekly episodes. They were just our mini winter break-sodes.
Yeah, it was perfect for our little seasonal reboot. For you guys, but we still wanted to give you good content. So
those episodes, if you haven't listened to them and you're also new here, first of all, welcome. But they are a really great recap of some of our most popular topics from the last year and a half of our pod. And they're super concise, so about 10 minutes each. And they are all the topics are written in the titles. So you can go... What was that?
Hell yeah.
I think I forgot how to podcast.
It's okay. We'll use this episode as a buffer.
As a buffer. It's
so
perfect.
If we're not perfect today, get over it.
We're getting back into it. Honestly, I'm really happy to be back.
Yeah, me too. And I know we have we have a boost of new followers recently. So Let's welcome our new freaks.
Yeah, welcome freaks.
Yeah, if you're new here, welcome. We are the Pelvic Freak Show podcast. My name is Hannah and
Amanda.
And her name is Amanda. We're usually doing video podcasts, but we're trying something new out right now where we do audio only so that we can be comfy cozy and not care about what we look like.
Yeah, we're prioritizing more different content on social media instead of our video trailers, but we'll still have video episodes. So if that is your preference, don't worry, they're not fully going away. We're just trying something new for the moment.
Guys, one of the things that we're going to be talking about in this episode is obviously Valentine's Day. It's coming up this weekend. And what's better on Valentine's Day than having an amazing orgasm? I don't know. Maybe watching Ilya Rozanov fuck another guy.
That is the
rivalry.
I think also you can do them at the same time,
which we will also be talking about on this episode. Why don't you know how to have a great orgasm? You probably don't, but you can learn with OMGYES.com. We have the link in our show notes. Go check it out. And you can also get a membership through that link, but you can also just look at their free trial and see what they have to offer. This is evidence-based, research-based advice on how to improve your orgasm for people with vaginas, people with vulvas.
Guys, we only partner with companies that we really believe in, and I used OMGYES as a personal subscriber for years before we ever reached out to them. I highly recommend them. I recommend them to everyone, to patients. It's something you can do on your own. There's video tutorials, written tutorials. You can do it with a partner. It's just truly an excellent tool to help you have better orgasms.
Link in the show notes. Go check it out for your Valentine's Day prep. Woo! And then show your partner.
Yeah.
This is how I want you to touch my clit.
Yeah. Getting right in there.
Get in the evidence. Get evidence-based advice. Anyways.
Yeehaw.
Yay.
Yay.
Well, today we have a couple things we need to discuss because Amanda has been gone for around a month traveling the world in freaking Africa and Tanzania and scuba diving and climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Isn't it one of the 7 summits or something?
It is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I did it.
So while she was doing that, I was dealing with my mental health crises.
Let's start with mental health journeys.
Yes.
Especially for new people that don't really know us. What we talk about on the pod. We talked back in November about burnout and where we were at mentally, but we didn't really understand yet.
We didn't know.
We didn't know
there was something boiling under the surface.
No.
So today's going to be a catch-up episode, catch you guys up on how we're doing. And also we're going to address the inevitable, which is Valentine's Day. Yes. One of our favorite holidays. Because, at least me, I freaking love Valentine's Day. And we're going to talk about why you need to like it and why you need to get over it if you don't like it.
Yep. Agree.
So that's coming up in this episode. But first, let's rehash.
Also, if you are a longtime listener, please hit that 5-star button if you haven't yet. It helps us so much. We're really trying to expand our reach and help people understand pelvic floor issues and pain more this year. And your reviews mean a lot to us and really help with that.
Yeah. And if you're a new listener, give us a 5-star rating. Just trust me, it's deserved.
You're going to love it here.
You'll love it here. Okay. So where do we want to start?
Where do you want to start? Well, so you said mental health crises. What's going on?
So Amanda and I had our little burnout episode, and I kind of deep dived into my own mental health and received my adult ADHD diagnosis.
Yeehaw.
Yee. And then proceeding that, a couple panic attacks, a couple medications that we're trying out, and we're figuring it out. But lately, I will say, what's been the hardest for me with ADHD is the chronic overwhelm, because in my brain, I cannot look at a task list and just task things off, like check things off, and get a dopamine hit every time I check a task off. So when I check a task off, I'm like, oh, I have so many other tasks. Like I don't get a dopamine hit of like, oh, completed. Yes, I can rest. Oh, completed. Yes, I can relax.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't get the win.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the hardest thing for me with ADHD is the chronic overwhelm, not feeling like I complete everything, feeling like I always have more things to do, which really affected me with feeling even more burnt out than probably the regular person. And I interrupt people a lot too.
What do you mean?
I feel like I've been working on my listening skills a lot more, and I've been working on just being more calm. So I've been drinking tea lately.
Yeah.
And trying to talk slower, and just like I don't want to be like always on 100 billion%.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to find a balance that works for you. I think it's important to note that like there's nothing wrong with you just because you have ADHD. Like the people in your life love you regardless, even when you interrupt us.
and I don't know. It's stuff that's going to make my life easier.
For sure. That's what it's about.
Because I was feeling so freaking burnt out, and I'm like, I work a regular job. I do things on the side. It's nothing like crazy that I should feel this burnt out. And even having like a little refresh, I feel better. And having this diagnosis, I feel like gives me power because I'm realizing that it's not just a personality flaw.
Totally.
It's just something that my brain does, and I can work on habits to help me feel more fulfilled in day to day and actually rest by the end of the day.
I think what you just said is really important because I talk to people a lot that have overwhelm, fatigue from like diagnosis paralysis, where mental health, people are often trying to find the right words to describe them or get their proper diagnosis. And sometimes that can be detrimental for people where they're like, I would rather just treat what's going on and I don't care what the actual lingo is. For me too, I found a lot of power in my diagnosis. I was diagnosed with OCD. I don't actually know if I said that on the podcast.
I don't think so.
In October. And
definitely talked about Zoloft though.
I talk about Zoloft because I have chronic anxiety my whole life. I had panic disorder for 2 years of grad school. I've been treated for anxiety my whole life. And I've tried 4 different medications for that. And it's been like a years-long journey. I was actually prescribed Zoloft at the beginning of 2025. And I was scared to take it because I had such bad experiences with medication. So I didn't take it. And then with my OCD diagnosis, that's when I finally was told, let's try this SSRI because it does treat anxiety, but it's also more specific to OCD. And it made a huge difference for me. And everything clicked, and it is the right medication. Like I feel so much better. But that journey can take such a long time. So I agree with you. For me, like getting the diagnosis was very empowering, and it felt like, okay, now I know what's going on. And we both are people that like information, I think. So we just are like, I want to know more about my condition.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel better.
Yeah. Well, I was like, everyone has ADHD, whatever.
Yeah,
you know, because
totally.
everyone, it's so common.
Well,
but
people,
like,
same with OCD. They're like, oh, I'm so OCD. I had to like clean my room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not what it is.
I actually have ADHD.
Right.
It's a struggle.
Right.
So when I see other people talking about ADHD, I'm like, oh my God, this is me to a T.
Mm-hmm.
So it's helped me realize my habits and just I honestly I'm more organized now. I'm trying to get to bed earlier at a certain time. I'm just trying to be a freaking adult and live my life without feeling freaking tired all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always running on fumes and I don't want to run on fumes anymore.
Yeah, the routine can definitely help.
So the last month has been better at that, but navigating medication, dude, holy hell. People talk about it, how it sucks, but it fucking sucks
Sucks
bad.
And it feels hopeless when you're on like a wrong medication or you haven't figured it out yet. And you're like, how could something else possibly be better? Like, I don't understand how each one can be so different and the onboarding and the side effects. Like, it's awful.
It's terrible. I've had a couple panic attacks since and working on that in therapy. So that's good. And my therapist is amazing. Yeah, it's a journey. And I have patients all the time that talk about how they're struggling with trying new medications and everything. And I've always I'm like, I know that's hard, blah, blah, blah. But now that I'm in that, I relate on a whole different level. It is really fucking hard.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad it's feeling a little better, but it's still so early that
It's early.
It's so normal that it doesn't feel right yet.
So we're working on it, but I'm on the up though. I'm feeling today, ever since you came back, I've been feeling a lot more normal. I'm not lying.
Oh, I missed you.
Yeah.
I literally was like, you were the only person in Tanzania that I really wanted to text.
Well, I didn't want to text Amanda a lot while she was on her trip because I was managing the clinic and I didn't want to interrupt with any work things. So I was just like, I'm going to let her do her thing and then I'll just see you when you get back.
I know. I think that was I didn't hesitate. Like, I knew we would do all this catch up when I got back. So I was like, I'll just show her everything then.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't have service and stuff anyway.
Yeah.
But I think my hesitation was like, it's so easy for us to start talking about business or work or like the podcast or the clinic. And I was like, this is truly the first time I actually like journaled about it. It was the first time since opening the practice that I was offline for 8 days and not checking my email. After day 5 on the mountain, I started like getting a little anxious about it. I was like, what if someone died at the clinic? Like, I just like started, I literally started like, I mean, that's the OCD too. Like, you wake up and you're like, it's a what if disorder. So it's always what if 3 of my employees quit while I was gone? What if someone died? What if there was an emergency? Like, so that was like running rampant on the mountain.
Can we talk about anxiety for a second? Because I have anxiety too. I didn't realize how much my anxiety was caused because of my ADHD.
Yeah.
I took my ADHD medication. I literally was like, I have no anxious thoughts. It was freaky. I was like, whoa, I have no anxiety right now.
Yeah.
This is crazy. And now I'm not taking medication currently right now while I'm navigating things. But even now, I'll have an anxious thought pop up and I'm like, just don't ruminate on this. Because with ADHD, you ruminate.
Yeah.
You ruminate. Like, you just keep repeating it in your head over and over and over again. That's the part that has gotten better within the past month that I'm so happy about.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities and crossover actually with ADHD and OCD.
Yeah.
A lot of people have both, so that could be in our futures too. Just hopefully not. But yeah, I've noticed the same thing because again, like, been on so many anxiety meds my whole life, and they always work for anxiety, but the side effects are usually unbearable and not worth it. This is the first one where I'm not getting the negative side effects. And I was when I got diagnosed, I would say I was like teetering on like a crisis for OCD. Like, I wasn't sleeping. I was just in a very different mental state than I was used to for managing my own anxiety. And within 2 weeks of starting sertraline, Zoloft, all of the internal irritation and like the thoughts that I just could not stop ruminating on were just quiet in my brain. And I always remember, like, I tried Lexapro before. It didn't work for me, but it did have benefits. And I remember the first time it felt like it worked, my thought was, I can't believe people actually live like this.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand how people live with quiet minds.
It's wild.
And we know a lot of people listening probably relate to the things we're saying. This isn't a unique experience by any means, but it is a little hush hush, and people just normalize living with these feelings, and it's very hard, especially with how horrifying the world is, to not ruminate. So a lot of things get conflated as like, oh, I just have OCD, oh, I just have ADHD, and it's not always like the actual condition that now we know we have.
Yeah. That's been really helpful though. So that's our one piece of catch up we wanted to update you guys on.
Yeah. And I feel like it's taken our podcast on a journey because we were both in really bad mental health places, and we decided we need a break. Like, we actually have not gone 2 weeks without recording an episode in a year and a half. And we now have had 2 months off, and it feels different.
It does. It feels like a refresh, which is great. All right. Tell us about your trip.
Oh my God. Guys, it was the best trip of my life. Like, I originally wanted to do Kilimanjaro when I got into grad school. So it was literally a decade ago that I booked the trip for the first time with my friend from California, from undergrad. And then I got into grad school, and my spring break did not line up with the trip. And you can only miss like 2 days of grad school before you have to like repeat the year.
I hate grad school.
I don't like thinking about grad school. But anyway, the dates didn't work out. And thankfully, I'm happy they didn't, because we were a little naive in booking it with how little money we had. Like, it is an expensive trip inherently. And especially now, to climb with an ethical company, like a KPAP certified company, to make sure the porters are well paid, it's a little pricier. So I'm glad I did it at this age where I could book with a company like that and even knew that existed, because back then I don't even think I knew that was an option. So anyway, our trip got canceled, and I have always had Kilimanjaro in the back of my head since then. It was just always something I wanted to do. I knew I would love like a Tanzania trip because you can do a safari and all of this. And then my friend brought it up this summer that she was going in January, and she asked if I wanted to join. So I immediately said yes, and we've been planning it for like 6 months. Yeah, the hike itself was the first 8 days of the trip. We did a longer route, and we both summited, and it was probably like the best trip of my life, I would say. Like, not something I would even repeat, because I wouldn't want to have a different experience than the one that I had. Like, it was so perfect. Our group was amazing. The guides were amazing. It was just like, even I had probably every physical symptom that usually pisses me off or like puts me in a bad mood or makes me feel like I can't do things or work out. And none of it impacted my ability to like enjoy the experience and have a great time, because it was that amazing. And then we did a 3-day safari after the mountain, and that was also incredible. I would say if I were to do the trip again, I would do more time on the safari and less time on Zanzibar after, because we went to the island last and we had more time on the island. But I would do a safari for like 10 days straight. I had the time of my life.
That would be sick.
It's just like, you're always just like looking for cute big cats everywhere. I'm like, I want to do that full time. It was amazing.
I like a big animal.
Oh my gosh.
I love
so
cute creatures are in for 2026.
Cute creatures. We saw so many cuties. And then, we scuba dived in Zanzibar. I would say that was, the actual diving was good, but that was probably the low of the trip, because Andy and I both got super seasick, which I'm an advanced diver and I've logged over 20 dives, and I have never once gotten seasick. And it wasn't till after the dive that our instructor told us that sometimes people taking malaria pills experience seasickness for the first time. And we were both on malaria pills because they're recommended. And we were like, that must have been it, because neither of us get seasick. But we literally blew chunks in the water and then swam in our own vomit. Like, on each other too.
Oh my God, dude.
So much vomiting. So much vomiting. It was awful.
I need to move on from this.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But that was the trip. I could have stayed there for 6 months and
that's
just
the
explored
realities
the country.
of travel, though.
But sometimes, like, I'm so ready to be home and be in my own bed. I was ready for like my own shower and like my products and things like that, but I would have traded all of it to be there longer. Like,
I'm excited to go on another trip.
It was so good.
Amanda and I actually travel really well together.
Yeah, we do.
So that's good.
We got to plan something.
Yeah.
Maybe for later in the year when I have money again.
It's probably because our personalities are just really cool and hot, funny, and it's just easy to travel with people like that.
Yeah, we're just really palatable and cool and fun.
Yeah. So
we're also fairly, like, I know I'm type A, but like we're easygoing in the sense that like, let's go to New York and fuck around for a day. Like we can just find fun stuff to do.
Yeah,
no matter
the
where we
most
go.
fun trips in IMO.
Yeah. Like us in Puerto Rico.
That was so fun.
That was so fun.
I love Puerto Rico.
I literally
God,
like
I can't wait to go back.
Couldn't stop laughing that whole weekend. It was just so fun.
So fun.
Yeah, so that's the update.
What else?
Heated Rivalry, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, dude. You guys know. You guys have probably been missing us on these minisodes. Unfortunately, Heated Rivalry starts trending the minute we go on our winter break.
Literally.
So we can't talk about it.
But good news. It's still trending because it's that good.
It's really good.
So we can just still talk about it.
I've been telling everyone to watch it. I'm like, Mom, please watch it.
Yeah, I told both my parents to watch it on Christmas.
Yeah.
I told my dad, I was like, you have to watch Heated Rivalry. He's like, is that the gay hockey show? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right.
It's so good, dude. And I didn't know that it would awaken this beast inside of me.
I know.
Listen, if you have been just feeling low libido lately,
literally,
try watching Heated Rivalry.
100%.
See if it awakens something inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing a love connection,
the love,
a man with another man, that did it for me. Like, holy shit. Them like even just holding each other in a way that's naturally deemed like more feminine, like more masculine with feminine. And then you see that like masculine with masculine energy. It's so fucking cute.
What was your very favorite scene?
I really liked the whole show, but I think I just liked the aspects of them like nurturing each other.
Yeah.
Like a one specific moment that sits out to me is when Hollander is sitting on Ilya and like they're hugging.
Yeah.
I just love that. I love the scene when they're talking to their parents and Ilya is so funny.
Oh my God.
Ilya's
like lovers.
Ilya's just like, we're lovers. And then Hollander's like, please everyone stop using the word. Or when they're like, when Ilya and Hollander were going back to the cottage, Ilya was like, call us before you show up. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you call.
I have a few scenes that stood out to me. I also watched the show 5 times now, so
it's fresh in your brain.
I watched.
And of course, I liked when Scott announced his
that was
couple
great. Yeah,
on the ice when he won.
I did love that. My favorites were probably so from a cinema standpoint. My favorite scene is the club scene at the end of episode 4 with all the things she said. And like I thought it was genius to put the regular version of the song and then play the remix.
Oh, the club scene is the best. Sorry, I don't know why that was taking forever for me to.
It was excellent TV. I just thought that was like a perfect TV scene. I was like, I could watch that on repeat. It's amazing. But it didn't like hit me the hardest emotionally. I would say my favorite like romance scenes were Shane at dinner when he was getting the flashbacks of like gently kissing Ilya, like those nurturing moments, and he was getting teary-eyed, like saying it was better with a man. Loved that. The Russian phone call, I could probably just have on in the background.
Yeah, that was
full time. And I would just be sobbing.
I made my vision board while watching Heated Rivalry.
My gosh, so good.
I feel like that's really going to be good energy for my vision board.
Yeah. And then like the scene with the parents was perfect because when his mom took him outside and said, I'm sorry that I made you feel like you couldn't tell me. Like, that's just such a nice blueprint for people. This is why I think parents should watch it because it just is so different than a parent saying, sorry if I made you feel. Like, she just recognized that there was something to apologize for. And it was really wholesome. And that I feel like for queer people, that rarely is how that conversation goes. And you're very lucky if it does. And it's just so nice to like see that portrayed.
Yeah, there was the initial shock with the dad. And I was like, I wonder how they're going to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like it was very human still. Like, you're surprised you found something out. I was cracking up that it was like more shocking that it was him than the fact that he was gay.
Yeah. It wasn't,
but Ilya?
It wasn't aggressively like my parents are homophobic type energy. It was more like, oh, my parents are discovering a new thing about me. And it's just taking them a second to process. And then they're like, okay.
Yeah. And then when he's like, your boyfriend's here, and then his mom's like, oh, since rookie season, I was just like, I cried so hard when I watched that for the first time. Like, it was so good.
Yeah,
I
it was
loved
good.
it.
Ilya is a super cutie.
I would let him do quite literally anything.
Him without his Russian accent is equally as good.
I love every version. Also, just, yeah, it's so good.
I think Robbie Hoffman and Robbie Hoffman's stand-up comedy, she's like, who here is a bisexual man? You can't be bisexual. You can't, like, was making that joke.
So good.
I was like, no, they can be. They can be.
For sure. No, it was also just sidebar. Robbie's stand-up was the funniest comedy I've ever seen.
That's another update for me.
I literally was crying laughing that. I saw it live when she was in Chicago, and it was the best set I've ever seen.
Yeah,
so good.
I'm a big fan of Robbie Hoffman. I feel like that humor, that whole stand-up is our day-to-day jokes.
100%.
Literally me and you.
It's perfect.
Conversating.
It's so perfect.
It was very good.
Wait, who are your ranking of the 4 main characters though? Or like
For Heated Rivalry?
the 2 couples?
Like, what's my rating of them in order of how much I liked them?
Just smash.
Ilya's my number 1.
Yeah.
And I think Kip is a super cutie.
Yeah.
Hollander. And then Scott would be on my bottom, I think.
I think mine is Ilya, Scott, Hollander, Kip. Because I don't
really?
think Hollander and Kip would dom me as enough. Or
Okay.
top me. I want someone to top me, I think.
I thought Kip was so freaking cute.
I think he's so cute, but I think he's way too nice.
See, I like a nice voice.
Sexually.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Obviously, I want them to be nice.
I love a nice boy.
I think he seems really nice in bed. Mm-hmm. But I have no idea. They didn't show enough of their sex scenes. But yeah, I think initial attraction, I find Scott Hunter attractive.
Initially, I was all about
Ilya's-
Shane Hollander, and then it switched for me.
I think Shane is so handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's down in my rankings because he's such a bottom.
Yeah, he is.
But Ilya, I would quite literally do anything for.
Yeah, Ilya's obviously the number 1.
I mean, it's crazy that it's even a question.
So good.
Oh God, his butt.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, me and Austin can't stop talking about his butt.
No, it's perfect. Oh, my other update for you is you need to start watching Tell Me Lies. It's the
Oh, yeah.
only thing that is curing my Heated Rivalry hangover. And also, I think it is the best portrayal I've ever seen of a narcissistic abusive relationship on TV.
I remember watching season 1 with you, and we were both talking about how triggering it was for us
Yeah.
because a lot of people have experienced a relationship like this.
Yeah.
And I took a break. I think I took a break just because I was only watching with you
Yeah.
and then whatever. But yeah, I'm down to watch it again. It's triggering for sure, but
Season 3, I think, is less triggering for me because I'm in a different place. So you might feel that too.
Yeah.
Because like I think
it would be better for me now.
yeah, I want to rewatch from the beginning after this. Well, I'm caught up, but once the season ends, I want to rewatch all of it. It is just, it's getting better each season with how they portray things, I think. And it's so well done in that sense. Like there's some plot things that whatever, it's not like the most well-written show, but I just think in that sense it's so good. And it's interesting hearing people critique it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to watch it. Let's watch it when we get back to your place instead of the Super Bowl, and then we'll watch Bad Bunny show.
Perfect.
And then we'll finish Tell Me Lies.
I'm very excited for the Bad Bunny concert tonight.
We've been playing Bad Bunny, I told you, in the clinic
I love
all
that.
week. Ever since he won the Grammys award,
Love that.
we've been playing Bad Bunny.
The Grammys, the fucking dresses, and the outfits. So good.
Yeah.
Chapel.
Well, that's our catch up, guys.
All right. That's our catch up. That was long.
Yeah,
It's
it was.
okay.
We needed to catch up
Yeah.
with you guys.
And we graced you by doing it on air.
yeah, that's actually real time catch up.
That was a real catch up. Like we have seen each other, but all we did was take a pole class. Like we didn't actually catch up.
yeah, no, we didn't take a pole class. What did we take?
We took a lap dance workshop.
We took a lap dance class. And guys, it is Valentine's Day coming up. Today is the 12th probably. And Valentine's Day is coming up in 2 days. Let's talk about it. Lap dance class that Amanda and I took for Galentine's vibes. Amazing. It helped me.
Incredible.
It insanely helped me with my confidence in the bedroom randomly, which I did not expect. Practicing the eye contact and just practicing being seen. I follow a bunch of pole accounts on my pole account. So I just get all pole and performer TikTok or reels or whatever. And one reel that stood out to me was, if you struggle making eye contact with someone, whether it's during like a pole show performance or, in my opinion, during sex, it shows that you do not think that you are worthy enough of being seen.
Ooh, I love that.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, that's real.
Blew my
the
mind.
eye contact was hard for me at first in the workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you're like, the difference of like looking at someone's forehead or looking down at their clothes or something while you're dancing in front of them or while during sex or whatever it is, versus making direct eye contact is huge. It shows so much more confidence when you actually just make direct eye contact with people, because it's like, yeah, look at me. Like, you need to look at me because I look this good.
Yeah. And it does require at least one person to like have the confidence to do it, because I will say, when we were partnered up with students, I struggled with it a little bit more. And then when I don't know if you experienced this too, when we were partnered up with the instructor, I feel like she didn't let me not make eye contact.
Yeah.
And I was like, obviously you're a pro, like you know how to do this.
Yes.
So I'm taking that and I'm going to start using that. And I was like, yeah, that's how it should be done. Like you demand it almost.
Yeah.
The eye contact. And then it works for everyone. You almost need someone to demand it.
Yes.
It was really good.
So if you guys need an idea to help spice it up a little bit, okay, help build your own confidence, lap dance stripper workshops,
Oh my God.
amazing.
Incredible.
Okay. Whether it's a twerk shop, whether it's a lap dance class, or even just any kind of stripper class, which Roxy hosted for us. So if you live in Chicago, she does a lot of like stripper workshops like that. So
And highly recommend, if you're new to taking any classes of this sort, please support sex workers and take classes from them directly, because you're supporting the community and they're the best at it, obviously, and they're the best teachers.
yeah.
So good.
So going off of that, because that's what we did to prep for our Valentine's Day festivities. Valentine's Day, let's talk about it. And we've talked about this on a previous Valentine's before. If you guys are stuck in the I hate Valentine's Day, we got to change your mentality really quick, and we got to do it right now.
And first of all, get the stick out of your butt.
Yeah.
I'm
Analyze.
just kidding.
Analyze.
We're going to analyze it though. Yeah.
Analyze.
Here's
Analyze.
my thing. We stopped doing here's the thing, but here's the thing.
Okay.
Obviously, our catch up was so long that we haven't even been able to address the horrors of the world in the past 2 months. But one thing that I did realize, this is a small sidebar. When I was on the mountain, I didn't have service. I immediately, when I like got off airplane mode, I was like, I'm going to read a headline I'm not happy about. It's going to like affect me. It's going to affect my mental health emotionally. I'm going to not be okay with it. That's no different than how my life was 8 days ago when I read a headline that upset me. That part I can't control. That's going to keep happening. I'm going to keep up with the news because I think it's my responsibility to. But how I like show up in my community, my values, all of that is unchanging. That hasn't changed from like 8 days of airplane mode. Obviously, we're getting something new and horrifying in the news every single day. And it can really lead to activism fatigue and people really struggling. But the values of it all and your community and how you show up and all of that isn't changing. And experiencing joy is important. And that's my point, why I made this sidebar. Valentine's Day can be very joyful. And I don't care if it's a stupid Hallmark holiday. It doesn't have to be like, go spend $300 on dinner. It could be totally free to enjoy Valentine's Day. And also, it's for the girls, so stop hating on it.
Let's talk about the things that are basic as fuck and overrated for Valentine's Day. Going to an expensive ass dinner at like freaking Guilt Bar or something and having to do their selected menu.
Yes, that's
and blah, blah, blah,
overpriced.
which is totally fine if you like that, but you can do better. You can do better.
And if the reason you don't celebrate Valentine's Day is because you don't like that, you're in the right place, because we don't do that stuff. And I freaking love Valentine's Day. I think it's just so girly pop. I love the colors. I love pink and red. I love chocolate. I love flowers. I'm so basic and I love it.
Don't set yourself up for disappointment, okay?
Yeah.
If you have a partner and you're using this Valentine's Day as a test to see if they're going to go out for you, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Tell your partner what you want. Tell your partner what you want.
I've done it. It's not good.
This is what I expect. I expect flowers. I expect chocolate. I expect like a card. at least for Valentine's Day. I need you to show me that. Say that at least a month or so in advance to just set the standard, especially if you're dating a man. They need it laid out for them.
They really do.
Even if you think they would show up in general, explain how you want to be showed up for and then let them work with that. Just like, this is what I want. What do you want for Valentine's Day? Like, what's your ideal Valentine's Day? Or how do you like to be treated on Valentine's Day? Don't let it get swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Like, even little ways you can celebrate Valentine's Day still.
Yeah. And I do feel like a lot of people's like disdain for the holiday comes from disappointment in how they've experienced it. Whether it was overrated, my partner didn't show up for me, I wasn't in a relationship and everyone was talking about their partner. I think there's a solution for each of those issues. Being direct with what you expect if you do have a partner. If you don't have a partner, Valentine's Day has never been more popular. Like, I loved our Valentine's Day last year where we went to the pole show and went out. That was on actual Valentine's Day. That was so fun. Absolutely loved that night. I preferred that to a lot of the like romantic Valentine's Days I've had.
Yeah.
There's a solution to all of it.
There is.
To enjoy the holiday.
And I know there's a lot of talk out there how a lot of couples don't do gifts anymore because they want to save for travel. So they just don't do gifts for Christmas. They don't do gifts for holidays or gifts for Valentine's Day, whatever. But you can still do cutesy things for your partner. Get them their favorite candy or something that's like freaking $5 less at the freaking Walgreens.
Yeah.
And then a card, write a little note, and then plan a cute little thing. You could do a little bath night. You could do me and Austin like to do spa nights.
Cute.
Where we do full spa treatments and we do face mask, whatever, massage, everything. And then you can play like a little movie because real life gets so busy and so distracted that it is almost impossible not to feel like you're slipping up in your love life sometimes because you have your career, you have your things you like on the side, you have your friends, you have whatever. Without a doubt, sometimes you're going to slip up in your relationship. Valentine's Day for me, if you were in a relationship, is a time to just be like, hey, I'm checking in on myself. We're going to prioritize us. Even if it's not on Valentine's Day, sometime around this time, we're going to prioritize us.
Absolutely.
So that's what I like. If you're not in a relationship, oh my God, almost even better.
I agree.
Because it's just you got to worry about. Whether it's a self-care night for yourself and with your vibrator, with whatever porn you like or whatever you like to do. Whether it's going out with your friends. We and Amanda did a little lingerie type photo shoot, which was fun. Like at the lap dance class, which was awesome.
So fun.
It was so fun. And I've done that in the past with a bunch of my friends, just with little Polaroids, which is really fun. And it's so fun to look back on those. It's a good time. What else do you like doing for yourself on Valentine's Day?
I highly recommend buying yourself flowers. If you're a flowers girl, I love flowers. I've always loved them.
Going to like an indoor farmer's market too.
Cute.
Because they have the farmer's markets still in Chicago and you can pick out flowers.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
Like a little custom bouquet. My version is like some sort of spa service. Like I'm going to get a facial this weekend. Okay, here's what I'll say. The only people that get to complain about Valentine's Day are people in the dating phase because it is awkward and it is like an unnecessary amount of pressure to figure out if you should hang out with the person that you just recently started dating on Valentine's Day. That is tough because,
that actually was mine and Austin's first Valentine's Day. We weren't like officially dating, but we were in that a couple months phase. In. So it still was a question of how are we going to show up for each other, which would have been resolved now looking back if I would have just like, because I think I did do that last year where I was like, let me just see what he's going to do. And I had to tell him after and be like, this is kind of what I expect for holidays and stuff. Like, I'm going to go all out for you. I want you to go out for me. Yeah.
And I think the phase you were in that phase, I think it's fine to feel out as long as you're willing to have the conversation after and not use it as a reason to push them away because they obviously don't know your preferences yet.
Yeah.
So it is fine to feel things out and see if you're like compatible in certain ways naturally and then what needs to be worked on with communication. But yeah, if you're in deep already and you have expectations, having expectations and not communicating them is a huge downfall for people in relationships, I would say.
My other advice would be don't compare yourself to other couples.
Totally. You have no idea what they're experiencing.
You have no idea, because you'll go on TikTok or something and some girl is like, my husband surprised me with Valentine's Day with a room full of flowers, and now we're flying to Paris for the week.
Literally.
And it's like, who knows what actually happened there? But if you're looking at that and you're like, fuck, I wish my partner would do that, create it for yourself.
Yeah.
Show it to your partner. Be like, I would love it for you if you ever surprise me with a trip like this. Create it for yourself, or say, hey, we're going to go to Paris this next Valentine's Day or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just create it for yourself, even if it's not in the same exact way as someone else.
Yeah, I think that's good. I always stick to the advice of, if I start feeling jealous of someone else's TikTok video or whatever, I'm like, would I trade places with that person fully?
Yeah. That's a good point.
I would say 99% of the time it's a no, and the only 1% of the time is whoever's fucking Ilya in real life.
I was literally just gonna say, unless you're
who gets to bang Connor's story.
I knew you were gonna say something about Ilya for that little tie back in. Guys, how long is this freaking episode? Are you tired of us yet?
They might be, but I'm happy to be back.
So that was our rant today. Our episode was wanting to catch up with you guys, talk about Heated Rivalry, and tell you to wake the fuck up for Valentine's Day, and you make that day a good. Make it a great day or not, that choice is yours.
It's a Saturday.
That used to be my
hard to make a Saturday a bad day.
That was my high school. And my high school in the morning announcements, they would say that every morning.
Wait, what did they say?
Make it a great day or not, that choice is yours.
I actually like that.
They said it every day, and that actually just spit out of my mouth, and they put that in my brain.
Wow.
I'm not mad about it.
At least it's not a Kairos, like God. Oh, no tears. What is it?
What are you talking about?
Did you do Kairos in high school?
No.
It's like the religious senior retreat cult.
No, I did Young Life cult, remember?
I did Kairos. Yes, you did. But it's Clear Eyes, Full Heart, Can't Lose.
Oh.
That one comes back to me sometimes. That's a Kairos thing. So I like your thing better.
Well, guys, make it a great Valentine's Day or not. That choice is yours.
That choice
It is
yours.
up to you. It's not the universe. It's your choice.
Yeah. All right, guys. Make sure you're following us on social media. We have some fun content coming up this year. And that is a great place to just comment on our stories when we post them and tell us what you want to hear from us, because we're doing our 2026 episode planning right now. And that's still up in the air. And also, we change it often. So
if you have any guests you want on our podcast, if you are someone who listens to the podcast and wants to be a guest, make sure you send us an email. Tell us why you want to be a guest on the podcast. Tell us the topic you want to discuss, and we can see if we can make it happen.
Heck yeah. Make sure you hit that 5-star button. If you didn't at the beginning of the episode, please do. It helps us out so much. All right, guys. Have a lovely Valentine's Day, and we'll see you next week.
Make it a great Valentine's Day or not. That choice is yours.
Bye, Pelvic Freaks.
Bye, Pelvic Freaks.